Hello, I am OCD Mom. It's going to start me off with a commercial, so thank you, Twitch, for that. Um, I don't know whether to wait for it or it confuses me. I don't know why they do that. Um, anyway, hopefully you can hear me. I am OCD Mom. I usually stream ESO, but a little bit burned out on it. So I've been playing some other games. Um, I've been playing Valheim. I'm kind of frustrated with it right now. We're on a group server, and one of my daughters and her husband decided to go off and do one of the bosses that none of the rest of us were ready for. And I've been working this whole time building up my base, and it's just getting obliterated. So I just needed a little break. And I got to notice that there was a game that was free. I'd never heard of it before. It had great reviews. So I was curious. It's a game you can pick up for free if you watch and are interested in it. And I thought we would just check it out together. Um, my Echo tells me I have 269 days until Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. So we're just going to test out some games until then. When the new High Isle comes out, I'm sure we'll spend some time there. But I just decided to, I don't know, give this one a try. So bear with me. It is one of those blocking my screen ones. So I have chat on a second screen. I will try my very best to keep an eye on it. It's really difficult to do with two computers. I'm just not set up for it. I need more space. So, anyway, let's give this a try. Progress is saved at the end of each chapter. Okay, so I guess those are the chapters. um, I don't know if we want this or not. If you guys hate the director's commentary, let me know. Wow, it's really loud. Can I can I do options? Let's go back to options. Let's do audio. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. That's more comfortable. The graphics are nice. Oh, I have to actually do something. I thought it was like an intro thing. Sorry.
Hello everyone, I'm Dan Pinchbeck, I'm the creative director of the Chinese Room, and this is the Dear Esther Developers Commentary.
Hi, I'm Rob Briscoe, I'm the artist on Dear Esther.
I'm not going to do that.
And I'm Jessica Curry, and I was the composer on the game.
So what you're looking at today is a remake of a mod. Dear Esther started off in 2007 as a Half-Life 2 mod that did really, really well in the modding community, which was fantastic, and as a result of that attracted the attention of Rob, who worked as the primary developer on a Source remake of the game that was released in 2012. And this year is another remake where it's been updated for a cross-platform release, and we wanted to add in this developer's commentary just to give you a bit more of an insight into some of the ideas behind the game as it came together.
I don't know how to activate that. Hey, Fatbox, how you doing? Well, it's not giving me a whole lot of directions. I don't know that I want... get out of... How do I get out of that director's thing? Alright. Oh, well, thank you.
Dear
Hi.
Esther,
I'm just...
the morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my
Oh,
mouth,
this is
and
better.
the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
I don't have a weapon, so this doesn't appear to be any kind of a fighting game. Oh, lovely. I don't want to go in the toilet. Nuh-uh. Not going, sorry. Sorry, not going in there. Mm-mm. It's too dirty. Uh-uh. Take the high road. I'm sorry, those footsteps do not sound like Esther. Oh, the high road goes nowhere. Jump to my death. Can I sprint? No sprinting. Can I just go up the hill? Nope. Okay, Fat Box, thanks. I like the graphics. I don't know. I guess it's just a mod for a game, but yeah, it was free. I thought I would give it a try and I don't know, just see. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get good, sometimes you get meh. Wonder if I just like walked off into the ocean. Oh, it'll let me. Oh! Weird flat graphics. I guess it's just trash on the beach.
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room. A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face. No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6 and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
Oh, I wonder if I should write that down. That's a. This is gonna be one of those puzzle games. Okay, so it's a circle with an arrow at the top, cut in a quarter. I can't remember the name of this. What is this called? Quarter, cut, and quarter. Oh, no, that's not right. Okay, that's close enough. I can't scroll out. I just first person, I guess.
Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay. Shot through me caves, my forehead a mount. This aerial will transmit into me so. All over exposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
Okay, I guess that's not the way I go. I can't jump. This is weird. Did I miss a path? I've seen paths up above me, but I don't know how to get to them. Maybe I do jump into the ocean. I don't know. Oh, right there, I missed it. Maybe I was supposed to. It's pretty nice. Kind of reminds me of Mist. So I'm kind of excited now. I really liked Mist.
The mount is clearly the focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then? When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
What?
They were God-fearing people, those shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk
Sorry
in
about the commercial.
1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradictions?
Nope, I can't go there. Oof, I got a little motion sickness there. Guess we have to go that way. Anyway, I am sorry about the commercials. Um, you know, the best I can say, I hate to even say it, but if you have a Prime account, you can subscribe for 1 month for free. You don't have to listen to the commercials. I don't know. I hate to say things like that. I don't have a choice about them. I've minimized them as much as I can. Oh,
I met Paul. I made my own
Paul?
little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
is this where I started? There was a boat where I started.
I would leave you presents outside your retreat in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
That looks like a cell. Oh, any chemists out there? 2 carbons, 4 hydrogen, and an oxygen. This reminds me of my biology class, but I can't remember. I can't remember it. Wait a minute, let me write it down though. C, carbon, carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Anybody remember this? Oxygen, hydrogen. is it? Something to do with something to do with the formation of life. I don't know. We didn't have to turn it off so soon. Wait a minute. Did I come out the same way I went in? What? Hey, Tycho! How are you at biology? Oh, it does? Okay, so it's just a little circle. Okay. Really? Oh, I can't sprint. Come on. Go, 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 go. What are the two carbons, 4 hydrogens, and an oxygen? What's that one? This stuff reminds me of my biology class, but that looks like the dendrite? Is that? Oh, computer science. Wrong science. This is reminding me more and more of Myst, all the little mysteries. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't remember. It has something to... it seems like it had something to do with the way... Oh, the words are escaping me. Started with a P. Yeah, that sounds right. It's got the carbons in there, though. Whoopsie, I'm losing my notes.
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish. The sky is too thin for the birds.
Polluted?
And the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer. That we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage.
Gross!
With enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
Well, don't be disgusting, guy. We must have been up there before. It's really slow. Go. Go. Oh no, it's getting dark. Does that mean the shaman and the brutes are coming out? Sorry, reference to Valheim. Uh-oh. Do I jump? Oh. Okay. Good.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my ordnance survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Am I going back the way I just came up? Oh, this is so confusing. I can't figure out where I'm going. Oh no, this is new. Nope. There's no guidance whatsoever on this thing. Final notice. Equatus. Railified? What? Weren't the, I don't know what it says. Jump. I'm starting to be a little underwhelmed. I'm curious though.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
What does it say? Neither did nor druids? What? Is this the end of the line? It says, it's the arrow says up. Can I go up? No? For all I'm getting out of this, I should go do abduction.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
I don't know. Do you guys have any guesses what in the world this game is?
It's only at night that this place makes any sluggish effort at life. You can see the buoy and the aerial. I've been taking to sleeping through the day in an attempt to resurrect myself. I can feel the last days drawing upon me. There's little point now in continuation. There must be something new to find here. Some nook or some cranny that offers a perspective worth clinging to. I've burnt my bridges. I've sunk my boats and watched them go to water.
There seems to be a pattern in the sand, too. The feel of it reminds me of, is it eastern Los Angeles, out by the poppy fields? Or the poppy preserves? Is that beacon up there, is it floating? Well, isn't this where we came in? Yeah, they are. They're pretty amazing. Yeah, I think this is where I came in. I don't know. Well, I can't go that way. I have no idea. We went that way. We went that way. I don't know. Is there anywhere to go up there? I did see one of the titles said the buoy. I don't think I'm supposed to swim. He mentioned a hole in the boat, but I didn't see any way to get to a hole in the boat. Oof, makes me a little seasick. Oh, I think there's a road way over there against that far wall. Alright, we'll go try that. Ah, here we go. I'm on the wrong side of the fence, though. So the message said that this was originally a mod. I wonder for what game? What's that up there on the hill?
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
It's like growling. Must be just a barn.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it.
Oh,
There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
oh, that's sad.
Inventory. A trestle table we spread wallpaper on in our first home. A folding chair. I laughed at you for bringing camping in the lakes. I was uncomfortable later and you laughed then. This diary, the bed with the broken springs. Once asleep you have to remember not to dream. A change of clothes. Donnelly's book, stolen from Edinburgh Library on the way here. I will burn them all on the last morning and make an aerial of my own.
birds scare me to death. My heart's still pounding.
Jacobson's ribcage, they told Donnelly, was deformed, the result of some birth defect or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
I wonder if I can go off-road.
They found Jacobson in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose.
Gross.
His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring. Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the Bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Oh! Oh, man.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand
Is that an
now
eyeball?
that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
Oh, that's the ceiling? There's candles down here that have been lit that haven't burned out. commercials. You guys seen the weird McDonald's commercial? I don't know about that. Surf and turf. A hamburger and a fish thingy on. No. Filet o fish, that's what they're called, huh? Oh, I'm going a little faster. This looks like a circle again.
It was as if someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
In sodium hydroxide? No, that would be Na. Nickel? Oxygen, hydrogen. Yeah, I'd have to ask one of my kids that actually understood chemistry. Okay, that looks like a electrical. Has a very different feel about it. I don't know. Oh, this is where we started. I should have gone the other way. Well, darn. I guess that's where we're going. Esther, I don't know about you. Am I steering this? Oh, I am. I can, okay. I don't know how to get out of here, though. There we go. walking very heavily and not splashing one bit. This is where I came in originally? I'm so lost in these caves.
I'm traversing my own death throes. The infection in my leg is an oil rig that dredges black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. Pain flows through me like an underground sea.
Saying go back that way. Oh, the sign was right. I do have to go back that way. Music's lulling me to sleep. My fingers get cramped too.
This is a drowned man's
You know
face
this game?
reflected in the moonlit waters. It can only be a dead shepherd who has come to drunk drive you home.
What is this? Is there any point to it? I haven't figured it out yet. A lot of chemistry stuff. Behold something versus Rakan? Damascus versus... Oh my goodness. It's Tron! Away from being a city. And it shall be a rungus help? What? Acts 22. Is this some kind of biblical game? Looks like I'm jumping into somebody's butthole. Is it a surgery table? No, it's a table with coins all over it. What is going on? Either this is the longest introduction ever, or... Achievement unlocked Esther. I don't... Oh, you guys can't see, it's behind my picture. Do we get to meet Esther? Guess I'll go the way the candles go.
Sanford Junction, headlights in your retinas. Donnelly drove a grey hatchback without a bottom. All the creatures of the tarmac rose to sing to him. All manner of symbols crudely scrawled across the cliff face of my unrest. My life reduced to an electrical diagram. All my gulls have taken flight. They will no longer roost on these outcrops. The lure of the moon over the Sanford Junction is too strong.
Oh, pictures!
I returned home with a pocket full of stolen ash. Half of it fell out of my coat and vanished into the car's upholstery. But the rest I carefully stowed away in a box I kept in a drawer by the side of my bed. It was never intended as a meaningful act, but over the years it became a kind of talisman. I'd sit still, quite still for hours, just holding the diminishing powder in my palm and noting its smoothness. In time, we will all be worn down into granules, washed into the sea and dispersed.
Come on. Is it gonna show me something? No, more stuff on the walls. More complex chemistry that I don't understand and don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. That was horrible chemistry. In the wrong direction. Oh my goodness, is Esther his car? Can't be. It can't be.
There were chemical stains on the tarmac, the leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell. He said he'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic. From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Oh, wait, are we back or we... No, we're not. That was where I was supposed to go.
Come back.
Shh. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. This is getting weird. Oh, man.
When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes, certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence. I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.
Oops. I have no idea what I am doing here. I guess I'm going in the right direction. I don't know.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together. If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Okay, come on. You can do it. Get up the hill. Jeez. My finger. Just walk a little faster.
Returning to my car afterwards, hands still shaking, and a head split open by the impact. Goodbye to tearful aunts and traumatized uncles. Goodbye to the phenomenal. Goodbye to the tangible. Goodbye Wolverhampton. Goodbye Sanford. Goodbye Cromer. Goodbye Damascus. This cliff path is slippery in the dew. It is hard to climb with such an infection. I must carve out the bad flesh and sling it from the aerial. I must become infused with the very air. Esther. He was not drunk at all. He had not drunk with Donnelly or spat Jacobson back at the sea. He had not careered across the lost shores and terminal beaches of this nascent archipelago. He did not intend his bonnet to be crumpled like a spent tissue by the impact. His windscreen was not star-studded all over like a map of the heavens. His paintwork etched with circuit diagrams, strange fish to call the gulls away. The phosphorescence of the skid marks lighting the M5 all the way from Exeter to Damascus.
I think we're almost to the end. So loud. I'm so glad I turned it down. My goodness, it'd be deafening.
Run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jacobson? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jacobson flying beside me.
Don't jump, dude. I'm afraid of heights.
Carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Are you kidding me? At least it's slow. So this whole thing is somebody's deranged, infected fever? Oh, are you kidding? A commercial now? Is there a way to pause? I can't pause it. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it gives it to you in a small corner or something so you can at least see it. I am not sure what to make of that. Oh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, I didn't pay anything for it. That was odd. It was kind of fun though. It was entertaining. Um, so it's free if you want to do it, or you could just watch this and not have to get finger cramps. Um, anyway, we'll try something else later. I have somebody that's asking, one of the followers that's asking me to try Elden Ring. So I don't know. It's $60, so I haven't told my husband yet. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it. Um, I guess I'll let the credits roll. And so, um, I don't. I guess we'll stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what we'll stream tomorrow. I would like to do the prequel to High Isle for ESO. I've been playing Valheim with my kids. The trolls are really killing me. Um, literally and figuratively, they're just destroying my house. And I spend every day, all day long, just rebuilding it and trying to put everything back. So, I don't know. Anyway, that was Dear Esther. I have no idea what that was. It just came up as recommended for me. I don't know why. So, anyway, I will say goodnight and we will end the stream there. You guys have sweet dreams and we'll see you next time.